Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here for Married at First Sight Season 17. My name is Deborah. And we're going to start with the after party first, y'all. The after party. I know normally we do the main episode, and then after the main episode, we do the after party. But we might as well start with the ending first, since most of these weddings was ending before they really got started. We might as well start with the ending. What for? Like Lauren said in the episode this week, not married at first sight, married at first fight. I agree, Lauren. But on the after party, we had Chloe, we had Brennan, and we had Cameron. So I was eager to see because I was ready to hear what Cameron and Brennan had to say. And Cameron was over here talking about, can't we all get along? Can't we all get along and be friends? He said, are we in middle school? Brennan said, are we in middle school? And Cameron said, I really don't know what went wrong this season because it was really the girls versus Brennan, the girls versus Cameron, the girls versus Austin. It was never the men ganging up and going against the girls. What he was saying was the girls ganged up against the guys. And we knew there was solidarity. We knew it from the very beginning with when they were wearing all that pink. We all kind of said, it looks like solidarity. It looks like solidarity. But what is the solidarity needed for? And now that the season has played out, we know what it was for. It really was about all the girls standing together and going up against the men they felt that did them wrong. So I got to give Cameron a point on that. It really was a gang of women going up against the men. Instead of the women fighting their own battles with their own men. I'm not saying that they couldn't fight or whatever they wanted to do. But this season is a season of liars, y'all. So, when I'm talking about these people on this show, to be honest with you, I've really labeled all of them as guilty. They're all liars. They're all liars. I think this season was one of the worst because we weren't really picking out the bad people or people we didn't like or whatever else. We were trying to figure out the thieves among thieves. That's why we got so much. We should have known it was an early sign when we first started dealing with Orion and Lauren. At first, everybody was trying to make it be about Orion. But after a while, people started saying, nah, I'm kind of sick of Lauren too. And then it just became about who's the worst one. Is Lauren worse or is Orion the worse? Maybe Orion is worse because he gave up and he did whatever he did. But Lauren is worse because she won't go nowhere. These women are like the gum on the bottom of these men's shoes. Why won't they go anywhere, including Becca? I don't understand it. I don't understand why these women continue to stick with men that they so-called hate so much. You don't worn pink all season for solidarity, but none of you women will just cut these loose men and go. What is that all about? How can you be so disgusted with a person, mad at a person, upset with a person, talk about everything the person does wrong to you, but then you don't go nowhere? All you do is sit there and complain with your pink on. Ugh. It's so irritating. It is really irritating. But on the after party came on and Keisha Knight Pulliam was asking them, how your DMs? Keisha Knight Pulliam, stop poking the bear. Girl, stop poking the bear. But she asked all of them, how your DMs? She pretty much giving it away that Chloe and Michael ain't going to stay together, which we know they not. In fact, y'all, this week, I don't know, should I add Michael to the back? Should we add Michael to the group of lying? I think we're going to have to. We already put Chloe in the bucket of lying. We knew she was fake and Dr. Pia called her out. But we're going to have to add Michael. I am. You know why I'm going to add Michael? Because Michael ain't telling Chloe the truth. Michael over here talking about, I don't know if I'm ready to be married. You ready to be married, Michael? You ain't married to a woman who wants 5 foster kids and 200 goats. And a house that costs $5,000 a month. That's what you're not ready for. Just be honest. I don't know why people are afraid of the truth. Why aren't people ready for the truth? Everybody always gets on me about my channel talking about, I'm mean or I'm this, I'm that. But you know what? At least what you'll know with me is the truth. One thing you're going to know when you talk to me is the truth. You're going to know where I stand. You're not going to try to figure out how to please me. You're not going to try to have to figure out what I'm upset about. No, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have to yell and scream and fuss and fight, but I'm going to tell you the truth because the truth of the matter is I want you to correct it. Why would I keep lying to you? That means you're never going to be able to correct it. I don't understand why Michael just don't tell this woman, Chloe, listen, Chloe, I was really into you. But once you started laying out our future and you start talking about these five foster kids who are teenagers, the roughest time of their life, and then you want 200 goats, 200 wild animals or farm animals, and now you're telling me these farm animals can't even walk, they can't see, they can't do nothing. I don't want that for my life, Chloe. The life you want, Chloe, is not the life I want. And then you take me to some house that's $5,000 a month. And Michael was like, I thought we should be saving money when we move in together. Why are we spending more money? You mean my annual housing costs are going to go up? They're not going to go down. I thought we were supposed to be pooling resources together. Chloe said, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this man, hook or crook. Hook or crook, Chloe said she's going to get rid of Michael. She said, if I can't scare him off with these 5 foster children, I'll scare him off with these 200 farm animals, disabled farm animals. And if that won't get him, I'm going to hit him in the pocketbook. And I'm going to say, here it is. Here's his house for $5,000 a month. Let's rent this one. Woo, woo, woo. I said I wasn't going to review the show. Didn't I say that? And here I am talking about it and not talking about the after party. But it was part of the after party because, like I said, they started talking about the text messages. Chloe said she was getting text messages. Brendan was getting them. Cameron was getting them. They was getting them from their exes. Everybody was getting these text messages. These same text messages, I guess, that, what's her name? Emily got mad at. And Emily decided to go out and kiss the Australian. What was that song? I kissed a girl and I liked it. Emily's song is I kissed an Australian and I liked it. Oh. Cameron said, I'm going to bust Claire wide open again on another lie she told. Cameron was over there talking about the scene where Claire was in her car doing her little cam. She was doing her version of Car Talk. Y'all watch my Car Talks? She was over there doing a version of her Car Talk. And Cameron was like, beep. No, that ain't it. Another lie. Another lie. $500 for another lie on Claire. He said, Claire don't call me. Claire talking about she was calling to wish me a happy birthday. Me and Claire ain't spoke since a birthday party when I busted her wide open there too. I knew it was a lie when Claire was talking about it because I was like, Claire, why you still want to be with Cameron when he basically just busted you wide open at the push party? Claire gonna try to look good. Claire's gonna try to look like she gonna turn her cheek no matter what. And I'm thinking, Claire, he busted you wide open at that pizza party, put you on Front Street. And you mean to tell me you still trying to run up behind Cameron? I don't believe it, Claire. Cameron said, you know what? Claire's a lie. I was, once again, I was back in the hospital. Cameron said he had to have a second heart surgery, y'all, a second one. So remember the first one he had early in the episode? He said he had another one. And that week before his birthday that Claire was talking about, she called him. It must be another one of the fake calls she was doing all season. Remember, she was pretending like she was calling Cameron. And we're like, she ain't calling Cameron. That's all for the cameras. He was like, I was in and out the hospital because I had to have a second surgery, but he said he's better all now. And he said whatever they did, the new procedure, they said he's going to be good for about 15 years. Maybe he got a pacemaker or something. How long do pacemakers last when they put them in? I don't know. I'm not no doctor. But he said, no, I ain't been communicating with Claire. So I don't know why Claire expected a phone call back from me when I've been in the hospital the whole time. But he's like, I'm done with Claire. Claire. She gonna keep these lies coming. Claire's gonna try to keep her image. Did y'all see the part in the regular episode where Claire, when finally Chloe started talking about how she's having problems with Michael, who was the first one that spoke up and said, this don't make sense? Claire. Claire, the minute Claire get a whiff of anything going wrong in your relationship, she gonna encourage you to break up. That girl. Woo, she love a good breakup. Claire loves a good breakup. And if she can do anything to help you along in your breakup, she gonna help you. Claire still ain't figured out why nobody don't want to take her around their friends. Like I said, these women don't do no self-reflection. Emily still can't figure out why men don't want to go out with her after a second date. And Claire still hasn't figured out when she said none of her boyfriends that she goes out with wants to take her around their friends. Because you're negative. You might try to break up their friends' relationships. Your boyfriends are like saying, no, I can't take you all my friends and their girlfriends because you're going to try to break up their relationships. Is what you do. You know, most therapists are trying to help you keep your relationships together. Claire is the therapist you go to when you want to break up. That might be a niche business for Claire. You know, most people say, hey, let's go see a counselor. Let's go see a therapist. Let's go to marriage counseling. Let's go to a therapist together so we can work through our issues and we can maybe hold this marriage together. Claire got a new niche out here, and that is when you really want to break up with somebody, you go to Claire. Don't go to Claire to save your relationship. Go to Claire to tear it apart faster. But Brennan confessed. He said, yeah, me and Emily made a pact. We made a pact. All these pacts, man, there was a ton of pacts going on y'all from the very beginning. You talk about signing prenups. Most people talk about signing prenups before they get married. These couples done signed NDAs. NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, because all these couples did a good job at all these pacts about what we don't want the public to see. And, you know, the only person who didn't agree on what the public pact was Austin and Becca. But I already know what the public pact was for Austin and Becca. You know what it was? Don't tell Austin's secret. Becca is signing up to be Austin's beard. Now, let me say, all you people got mad at me. Did y'all see the scene in the regular episode where Austin comes and goes to go boxing with Michael? See, every time Austin would see Michael, his eyes lit up. During the whole season, when he first came on, his eyes lit up. I think he was somewhat attracted to Michael because Michael, you know, was comfortable with that feminine side too. Because I think that's what Austin likes. I think Austin likes a little bit of man and a little bit of femininity. I think he likes those two combinations. And I think he really liked Michael. I'm going to tell you that from the very beginning. I thought he had eyes for Michael. He would light up when he saw Michael. And when Michael and Chloe walked into the room, it was always Michael. He always want to hug first and comfort first. And I always thought it was a little odd. But this time in the regular episode where Michael invited him to come play boxing, Austin was like, yeah, I want to come. And did you see Austin telling Michael, oh, yeah, I want one of those 6-packs like you. I don't care what y'all tell me. I do not care what y'all tell me. That ain't normal. It ain't normal. I'm just telling you. Y'all can get on me with one. He said, yeah, I want one of those 6-packs with you. And then when they went on that scene where they was hammering that iron, even that man not that man, I'm sorry, that's a slip of the tongue. Even the woman that was there showing them, I guess she's like the master iron maker. I don't even know what they call the master iron maker. She had to tell Austin, you know what, you can hit that a little bit harder. You can hit that a little bit harder, Austin. Sounds like going back to when Austin was talking about beat the meat. Remember back early in the early episodes? You can beat it a little bit harder, Austin. We know you got practice. Go ahead and do it, boy. Go ahead and do it. I don't care what y'all say about Austin. I know what I know, what I know. He may not even know what I know. But Brennan dropped the tea. He said, you know what? I don't know why people are so mad at Cameron for dropping that Emily cheated. Because, yeah, she cheated. And she told everybody. And I believe it. I believe she said she admitted it to everybody that she cheated. And I believe it because you remember Emily was also the one going around the whole wedding and the wedding receptions telling everybody she's into situationships. And I kept saying, why does Emily tell all her business like that? Why was Emily going around telling everybody she's in situationships and she has these dates where she only goes out with men once or twice and then she has sex with them? Why is she spilling the beans like this? Why is she telling us? Because she had no shame to her game. I guess she didn't think it was bad. And that's why I know now, when you look at Emily now and you see Emily where she's dumbfounded over why is there a big deal that she kissed an Australian and she liked it because as she tells it, Brennan was texting women or, you know, DMing women and everybody going back and forth in IG. And she didn't understand that there is a difference, Emily, between people messaging you in Instagram or texting you or whatever versus you kissing a strange Australian in the bar and you're married. And she didn't see the difference. See, that's what I'm telling you. On my last video, I called Emily like, is she dumb? I think there's something about Emily where she doesn't even get what she says. I mean, there was a part in the regular episode when she was talking to her girlfriend about how they were going to go off to Maui and Vietnam, because Emily had performed well in her job, and I guess she's in sales, and she was, awarded a trip to Maui. She probably was one of the highest salespeople whatever she's doing. Good for you, Emily. And we already knew Emily was good in her career, and she did well, which I could totally see Emily killing sales. She absolutely would be a good salesperson because she's got that personality to be a good salesperson, because most salespeople, you got to be part bullshitter and part whatever else, because you got to sell people. You got to be able to tell people what they want to hear, and you got to be able not to tell people the bad stuff. You got to be able to tell them the good stuff. Concentrate on the positive, as Emily says. That's why Emily thinks she's so positive, because she's in sales. And sales, you have to concentrate on the positive. But that don't mean there's no negative. That's why when salespeople, they gonna concentrate on the positive. But if you buying from a salesperson, you better start looking for the bad. You better start looking for the bad, because they are not going to tell you. And that's not their job. So I'm not putting nothing on them. It's not always their job. Their job is to sell you. So you always have to be a lookout for the bad. And Emily thinks that she's out here selling us something. She's selling us an image of her. But nah, Emily, I'm looking for the bad too, because I want to know all of you. But Emily admitted to her friend that, hey, when we go on this trip to Maui, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to not do what I used to do. I'm going to try to calm down and not do a whole lot of running around and one night stands and flings. So basically, Emily admitted this is what she normally does when she goes on vacation. Flings, one night stands, random hookups. That's what she called it, random hookups. And she told her friend, I'm going to need you to keep me honest. I'm going to need you to keep me in line. What? Is she like your AA partner? You know how when you were recovering drunk and you tell people, hey, I'm going sober, I'm gonna need you to help keep me on track. If you see me falling and getting weak, I'm gonna need you to step in and provide a little bit additional support for me so I can stay on the wagon. Emily needs somebody to help her stay on the wagon and keep her cooch out men's faces. What? You need your friend to help you keep your legs closed? Ugh. Emily, girl. Emily, you should not need someone to help you keep your legs closed. I don't know why Emily don't get this. I'm telling you, something wrong with Emily. Something is wrong with Emily. Not only does she not see it in herself, she don't understand what's wrong with it. She needs to go to counseling. She says she's going to go to therapy. Don't go to Claire. Good Lord. Do not go to Claire. Please don't go to Claire, Emily. Don't go to Claire. But Brendan on the after party was saying, Emily wanted to focus on this whole, double date thing that, that Cameron said that when we were out, and he was like, yeah, maybe when all this is over, we can go out on double dates. And then, of course, Cameron told Claire what he had said, probably to make Claire mad. Probably to play Claire mad. I wonder what else Cameron was doing to make Claire mad. Did he put any spiders in her bed? Did he put any spiders in her bed? He don't like Claire no more than Claire likes him. These two, good. It's a good thing they didn't move in together, because who knows what would have went down, what would happen down in that basement, apartment. Good stuff don't happen in basement apartments. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Good stuff don't happen in basement apartments, especially none with spider traps all around the room. This was not gonna go nowhere. This wasn't going to go anywhere at all. But Brendan was like, Emily was just deflecting. She was trying to put the emphasis on this whole fake thing about going out with other women, because she was trying to deflect from the fact that she basically cheated on me at a bar with an Australian man. Emily was trying to concentrate on something that was said hypothetically and what could happen versus concentrating on what really happened. I tell you, salespeople are good. They will keep you looking at something completely different than what really is. Like they say, I can sell you a cold glass of water in the desert. Emily tried to sell us all season long a cold glass of water. I'm sitting in the middle of the desert. And we like, Emily, we ain't buying it. We ain't buying. We didn't know what the secret was. We did not know what the secret was. We didn't know what it was. But now that we know, I believe it. I believe every bit of it because I already knew Emily was hiding something. But Cameron spoke up again talking about Michael. You know, Cameron gonna tell it. Cameron got that dry sense of, I don't know, humor, whatever. I don't even think it's humor. He said, you know, I find it a little bit ironic that Michael, who's so eloquent with words, who never is a loss with words, who can speak his feelings and emotions so clearly, all of a sudden he's tight-tongued. I agree, Cameron. That's because he don't want to lie. All of a sudden, Michael can't find the words to really express why he's all of a sudden getting scared of marriage. Because he ain't telling the truth. He don't want to tell her. Tell her, Michael. Tell her the truth. I don't want to foster 5 children, teenage children, plus 200 farm animals that are disabled. And I don't want to pay $5,000 a month for a house for these 5 animals. It's starting to be now that if you got too many animals, it's almost hard to date you or go any further than dating. You can't move in, you can't get married unless you got your own house. People with 3 animals, you got to marry somebody with have their own house because you're right. Don't no landlords want 5 animals up in them apartments or rental houses. 5 animals. That's too many people. Single people, y'all need to limit your pet. You need to limit your animals if you decide you want to maybe look for a relationship where you want to cohabitate or whatever else. Because 5, that's a lot. That is a lot. You got Chloe over here wanting 5 foster children. And now you got people getting together with 5 pets too. 5 times 5 times 500 goats. What a mess. Who would want that life? Don't nobody want that life. But in the end, Chloe admitted in the after party, she goes, you know what? I do kind of got to admit I was having some of the same feelings as Michael. We knew it. We knew that's why you was trying to shoo him off with them stories. She said there was relief, but also some sadness because everybody started seeing Chloe really didn't want Michael anyway from the very first time he put them pearls on and put that dress on. But who knows? We over here talking about how Chloe tried to shoo Michael away with the 5 foster children and the 200 goats and the $5,000 rental house. There is a case to be made that Chloe was not Michael's type from the very beginning, and that maybe Michael was trying to shoo Chloe off with the dresses and the pearl necklaces. Because if you think about it, it was a bit over the top with Michael in the very beginning. Wanting to wear the dress. Can I wear your necklace? Can I wear these earrings? He laid it on pretty thick. Does anyone think that maybe it was Michael from the very beginning who was also trying to shoo away Chloe? Maybe this is all just a ruse. Because if you think about this season, y'all, everybody's a liar. Everybody's a liar. So can we believe that the only person that's not a liar is Michael? Or have we just not discovered his lie yet? Could that be his lie? That from the very beginning, he didn't want Chloe either to no real degree. That from the very beginning, he too was trying to shoo off Chloe. And maybe now the fact that Chloe didn't bow out the way he thought maybe she would. Now he's scrambling for a reason. Yeah, sure, the 5 foster kids and the goats are a good reason. But he hasn't mentioned that all the way. Maybe now he's stuck coming up with another reason. Because some of the psycho babble stuff he's talking about in the episode, I'm telling you, it did sound kind of shaky. It sounded kind of shaky. And I'm going to talk about the regular episode a little bit now. Because it started off talking about them and, Chloe was meeting with Emily and saying, yeah, we had sex and they're in strong like, but not love. And she started talking about how she was afraid, that she was upset about it being accused from Dr. Pia of them being authentic and fake. And if you think about what Dr. Pia was saying, was she wasn't just calling Chloe inauthentic and fake. She was also calling Michael inauthentic and fake, especially when it came to this moving in thing. And then when Michael starts talking about maybe we can move in 8 months. 8 months? What are you talking about move in 8 months? Michael, who's been so honest and so straight shooting, all of a sudden he's talking about 8 months. Why wouldn't he just say something different? My antennas went up, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I like Michael, but I'm really suspect. Maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm cynical this season. But I believe all these people have been lying to us. So now I have to believe when I start to see something that doesn't pass the sniff test, I'm wondering, is Michael a liar too? We already know he didn't tell his mama they got married. I understood it in one degree that he wanted to protect his mother. I understood it. But now in the big scheme of things, I don't know. Maybe it's a good convenient excuse. Maybe it's a good convenient excuse. Who knows? But Khloe was all upset over Dr. P is saying, is this authentic and is this fake? Because now Dr. P is suspicious. She's jaded. She's cynical because she's just dealt with 3-4 fake couples, and she's coming here and she's saying, is this another fake couple? I get where Dr. P was coming from because I'm coming from the same direction right now too. Am I giving Michael a pass? And I shouldn't give him a pass. Is he lying too? Was his little scheme in the beginning of the episode to really lay it on thick with the dresses and the skirts and all the over-the-top jewelry and all the over-the-top feminism? Was he really laying it on more thicker than he really is? Just so he could shoo Khloe away because he didn't want her from the very beginning. From the very, very beginning. I don't know. But we already talked about Claire and how she had that little car talk video. And how she tried to get everybody's sympathy. Like, oh, I just reach out to Cameron and he ignores me. Girl, I would ignore you too. You don't get no sympathy. Go away. Like I said, the gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe. Go away, Claire. Go away. And Beck over here still crying over Austin. Another piece of gum. Talking about she misses him. Well, you miss bossing him around. Telling him to close the washing machine drawer, telling him to put this stuff in this bag, telling him what to do, sleep in this bed, do this, do that. Her mama told her mama said, I don't know what you in love with because y'all didn't have nothing in common. She said, you guys, you did not share trust. That's a foundation of marriage. You didn't share trust. You didn't share religion, and you didn't share any intimacy. The mama was saying, I don't know what you miss. You missing a man that lying to you. You missing a man that didn't want to sleep with you. Okay? What are you missing? You're missing no emotional connection. A man that lies to you and a man that didn't want to sleep with you. The mama was trying to say, girl, you delusional. You're in love with love. You're in love with being a wife and not being alone. That's what you miss. You don't miss Austin. You miss being around someone. You miss just having someone near. I get that. But how could you miss Austin when you just said there was no intimacy? He lied to you all the time. And then you got no emotional support from him. Girl. And you didn't share the same religious practices. All you did was talk all season long about Christians. And how he was going to need to give up Christianity to be with you. It ain't working, Becca. Why are you still there? Like I said, like gum on the bottom of a shoe. And talking about some more gum, we're going to talk about Lauren and Orion. Same gum. What is Lauren doing? What is she doing? I mean, that little scene between her, I don't know if it was her sister or her girlfriend. Oh, and then he texted me and then he said this, but then there's no follow-up. When I say gum on the bottom of a shoe, Lauren is like some old gum on the bottom of your shoe. Old gum. It's been on there for years. You keep asking people, girl, I just saw you last year. You had that gum on the bottom of your shoe. Why is it still there? That's Lauren. That's Lauren. Old gum on the bottom of a shoe. Why is she still there? Why is she still dealing with Orion to this degree? Why is she still laughing and kikiing and smiling over the fact that Orion texted her or called her or said anything to her? And then she talking about she going out on dates now. Oh, I went out on 2 dates. One date, he was real nice. He supported me emotionally and he was there for me at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on a first date. Ladies, don't be staying out with no man to 2 a.m. on the first date. Unless you were at a club and the club went to 2 a.m. But don't be staying out with no man to 2 a.m. on a first date. That's the wrong message. I don't know. That's the wrong message. Call me old. That's the wrong message. Let me tell you something. You want to leave men with wanting something. And let me tell you, if you out to 2 a.m. with him, you ain't left him with wanting nothing more because he got it all. If you still out to 2 a.m., he got it all by then. And I ain't talking about SCX. I'm just talking about you gave him too much, too fast, too soon. Take your ass home. Cut that date off. Be home by midnight. Don't no man need to be with you on the first date past midnight. Get your ass home. Even if you were my age and you dating, get your butt home. Ain't no need to be out with no man at 2 o'clock in the morning doing no walk of shame at 2:30 and your car breaking down and now you need him to help you at 2 o'clock in the morning. Lauren, that's why I know it ain't just Orion. It's anybody she get with. She attaches too soon, too fast. Too fast, too soon. Lauren got attachment issues. She got attachment issues, which means she gonna get rejected. When you attach to someone so fast, guess what happens? You get rejected more often, faster, because you already attached. People ain't even attached to you. You attach to them, and now they got to reject you just to get you off the bottom of their shoe. It's kind of stalkerish, to be honest with you. It's kind of like too clingy, too much. All these ladies are clingy. Emily, Lauren, Becca, Claire, go away. And she up here telling Orion, I'm going to give you a space to vent, but there's no friendship. That don't even make any sense. So she tells the man, you can call me to vent, but I want to let you know there's no friendship. What? So we're not friends, but I can call you to vent? You opened the door, an invitation, so for me to call you to vent, but there's no friendship. Ugh, I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. But that's it, y'all. I don't know if there's going to be a reunion. I don't know if this is the first time we had episodes like this where there's so many more episodes after the decision day. We typically go to maybe one episode and then we go to a reunion or something. Where are they now? So I don't even know if they're going to have a where is they now. I don't know. Let me know down in the chat if y'all know. But it would be a doozer if they have it, because Brennan's over here talking about, the women saw red. We was in the firing range on that pizza party. They better be glad that pizza didn't get thrown at them. He was like, the women was seeing red. They was coming for us, and all we could do is sit there and take it. So it'll be interesting to see that if they did have a reunion, would it be more of the same? Would the ladies come wearing and packing their pink, and maybe the man should come wearing red? Now, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and drop down the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you've been here before, and don't forget to comment. Talk to y'all later. Bye.